When I'm asked by friends who have children, I often struggle to recommend horror to parents who want to introduce their kids to the genre. Mainly because A, I don't have kids of my own, B, every household has their own tolerance for what they want their kids to experience, so who am I to judge? And C, I was indoctrinated into horror at a very young age, and though it's debatable, I turned out pretty okay. Still, with the recent story of the teacher showing Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey to their class of children splattered all over the news, what is okay for kids to watch and what isn't is up for debate once again. While it's definitely not G-rated, I think the new film Shaky Shivers qualifies as a horror film I would have loved to have seen as a kid. I'll go further into it after this. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Shaky Shivers is new, streaming on Screambox. It's directed by Kang and written by Andrew McAllister and Aaron Strongoni. Lucy, played by Brooke Markham, and Karen, played by Vai Nguyen, are two young gals getting by as servers in an ice cream shop in a small-town America in the early 90s. When a weird homeless woman comes into the shop after they're closed and they refuse to serve her, she bites Lucy, leading her to think she will become a werewolf when the moon is full. This is just the beginning of a wacky and wild adventure involving werewolves, witches, zombies, and maybe even my old pal Bigfoot. Sung Kang starred in most of the Fast and Furious films and directs Shaky Shivers, a fun romp of a horror movie with good intentions. Yes, there is a wholesome quality that might gag those who are quite jaded in life, but the film is filled with all kinds of popcorn horror fun reminiscent of films like The Monster Squad and Fright Night. And while those films tiptoed between PG and R ratings, so does Shaky Shivers. For the horror parents out there, aside from some adult themes and maybe the random F-bomb dropped every now and then, Shaky Shivers is pretty safe for teenage consumption. While there are life or death situations and some gnarly effects, most of the film is good-hearted fun. What makes the film work the most are its two stars, Brooke Markham and Vai Nguyen. Their friendship is the heart of the film. They're snarky, cynical, and downright obnoxious at times, but the two talented actresses also are laugh-out-loud funny and undeniably charming. Markham reminds me of Melissa McCarthy at times, except, actually funny and tolerable to watch, while Nguyen plays the straight woman to Markham's more flamboyant side. Both play off of each other exceptionally well, like an old-school comedy troupe. Markham especially stands out as being able to switch from rambunctious scamp to sassy little lady in a beat. Both deliver their comedy in strong doses, selling gags that may not go over as well with another set of actors. I really did like the comedy here. Shaky Shivers definitely leans more towards its humorous side. It really isn't scary, but there are a few shocking twists along the way. I must admit the situations this bumbling pair of gals get into are quite funny, with their reactions to it all amping the comedy up to hilarious levels. That said, the film kind of flounders by the end, as if the comedy somehow runs out of steam in the last 20 minutes, and the film doesn't have the budget to deliver on some of the action it's trying to sell. I did like a lot of the effects though, especially the ones of the toothy zombies that pop up every now and then. The first hour of Shaky Shivers is solid fun. I found myself enchanted by this little homage to old school monster movies. It's nothing that's going to scare you to death or break any records at the box office. It's just a solid scary flick with a bad word or two that you might be able to watch with your little ghouls at home. It's not often that movies mix horror and comedy right, so I wanted to give this little flick some attention for doing it so well. You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your